guys doing? Welcome in for another Sunday fun day today. And technically, I'm doing the briefing today. They were what was his name? I forgot. It was Andrew. Yeah, that's it. Andrew asked me to go and do the briefing because apparently he didn't realize he's got stuff to do. He's like, "Can you cover the brief?" Yeah, sure. I mean, luckily I do somewhat know what I'm doing with that. We'll see how that goes. Well, of course, we're taking the Bay 146 as usual for the Sunday Fun Day flights. I almost thought about taking the CRJ so I could kind of learn to fly that, but maybe not for this flight. Because, I mean, there's a chance we'll get like a good old reroute and stuff. Or not a reroute, just a new arrival, and I'm like, I'm not that confident in the CRJ yet, so I'm just gonna stick with this plane because I know I can do it in this plane. So we'll get her all loaded up, which, as usual, I have forgotten my checklist. So let's grab that. Also, probably want to go load up a flight plan here. Let's see, we're up top. Sunday Fun Day. This is the route that's published on the website, but that is not the one I'm taking. Because last I checked, Detroit is landing north. Yep, 3 left, 4 right. So that means we need to switch to the other arrival. Because I guess Rock City is probably that's supposed to be. Rock City 2 is for South Flow. There's a different one for North Flow. SimBrief will probably give me the correct one here. Yeah, I did look it up on SkyVector, so I do have it plugged in there. It's the KISS 2 arrival. At least done a little bit of research. DTW. There's some pretty good freeware sceneries for both airports too, although we have the payware from Minneapolis. So, not really replacing that with the freeware. What is it? 463, I think it is. Already passed it up. 463, there we go. And it still gives us that one. But we're going to KISS. This is the flow of the airport. Option number 2. Generate. I should have put more fuel. Just in case. It'll probably be fine. Go pre-file it. And then is there any air traffic control on yet? Not yet, it looks like. There is pilot 178, pilot 737 in his A320 as usual. Flying out. I guess I'm not connected yet, so I'm not on that list. Got all the stuff there, and actually, when it comes to off block, I'm gonna add another 5 minutes. Just because I am slower getting this plane, and I have to do the briefing, so I can't really sit here and configure the plane during that. In the remarks, we go put operated by the Pilot Club. And file it. There we go. And now if I go load into VATSIM, it should give me an auto ATC code. Our squawk is 3634. We'll put that in once the plane's actually started and all that, assuming that we haven't gotten any kind of other clearance or something. Down here on the tablet, load up the flight plan, there we go. import payload and all that stuff. It'll start doing all the refueling and loading of the passengers. I never really know how to make the thing disappear here. Theoretically, I should be able to do that, right? Thinking maybe there's a click spot around. Oh, there we go. Toggle yoke. Now we're good. Alright, I'm gonna turn on ground power and the battery. And go through the checks. So we got weather radar is kind of always off. I don't know if the plane really works with it or not, but it's always off, tilted up 15. I almost never change that transponder. Standby. Air brake in, flaps up. All throttles off. Landing gears down. Batteries on, nav lights are on. No smoking signs. That is up here. And brake selector could be yellow. Yep, we got yellow, not green. I actually don't know how to change it. Probably can't because of my physical controls. Yaw damper master 1 and 2. That's... oh wait, that's up top. Never mind. I always get that one confused and the other thing. That's all that on. Anti-skid, that's already on. Bus tie, AC and DC. Am I dumb and forgetting where that is? Yeah. Down there. CPU generator, those on. Auto. Those two. Left enter. AP. Let it do its thing, get it started. Alright, APU power available. APU air coming on. Pack 2 for an even day. Antis. Flight deck emergency lighting. Armed. Seatbelt sights coming on. Man, I can't do that. Yaw dampener stuff. The other yaw dampener stuff coming on. Doors are already open. Parking brake is set. And we have pressure right there. A little bit low, but we have pressure. Apparently you're supposed to turn on the DC pump when it's low. And now it's more than 2,500. Tank transfer, already put that on auto. And ice detect, I don't know why you always turn it on, I guess. So that's normal. When it comes to our cruise altitude, 31,000 feet. My highest was 30. Maybe, yeah, I could probably do 31. I just need to max that out. And actually, I might need to change the flight plan just because of the altitude. Or I could just climb to 2.9 and tell ATC and they'll fix it. This is what it is sometimes. That seatbelt's already on. Have this down here. Remember which button to press. That. 3, 4, 1. Enter. There we go. And then our squat code. 3634. What? Oh, there we go. 3, 6, 3, 4. I'll be all the way on. And then down here we get power. Let me look up the weather for Minneapolis. It's 11 degrees. Alright, we're good. Right up here, flight director. Alright, coming on. There we go. Position in it. Guess it already did its thing, really. We are going. Let me recenter this a bit. There we go. MSP. To Detroit. How you doing? Voice chat. Doing great. Just loading up the stuff.
Likewise.
341. There we go. All we have is an arrival and a departure, which is Colt 7. DLLVOR is Dells. What runway? That is a good question. If I go load this up top. No, not 30 left. Probably not. They usually like to give 17 to people. Give a good old refresh. Starting 30 left, 30 right, 17. I mean, yeah, 30 left probably works, but 17 gets us going in the correct direction for our departure procedure. Whereas 30 left is wherever. I mean, 30 left is closer. There's no ATC on. Not too much traffic around that's not pilot club, so I might just take 30 left. Well, yeah, almost everyone is closer to 30 left than 17, but they still give 17 a lot of the time. I think I've only had it once where they give me 30 left and I'm going south. Usually it's 17. You know, they've got their whole standard operating procedures and stuff, so we'll go 30 left. Since there's not much around, if we need to change it, that is easy to change. And then the arrival, which is not the one on the website, KISS 2, because of the flow of Detroit. From Porstal. Or, yeah, Porstal. Runway, don't really know, we'll figure that out when we get there. Actually, there's probably a default we plug in. Use 4 left transition or as assigned. Okay, 4 left. Doesn't really matter, Yankee, Zulu, we're gonna go Yankee. And then which transition? Okay. Which one gets me kind of the most waypoints here? I don't know where the hell the Simpter comes from on this. You know, maybe I don't have the right chart? Oh yeah, I don't. Okay. Oh yeah, Simpter, I see it. We'll hit that. Let's see how that goes. And that should be mostly the plane setup, except for engine start. If I go check out all the waypoints, we've got Taxi, Colt, Limb-Free, Dells, and on the arrival, Portzel, Jeff Bucky, Tinder, between 230 and 210, alright. Frelly, 210 and 190. Rock City. Actually, wait, Simmons, then Rock City. 16 to 210. Yes, 12 to 15. 10 to 11. And the Zubby, 8,000. It all looks good to me. And that vector is 210 ground track or heading. I'm not sure which. Does it say up here? Yeah, track 218. It's not heading. Which it does, you know, somewhat matter. Let's get that CTAF from Minneapolis. 126.7. Actually, I put that in the wrong comm unit. Okay, 26.7. And back to the checklist here. So I've got most of my things set up. Our initial altitude, I don't know what they usually give you. We might just go straight up to cruise. $210. At heading, since we're going off 30 left. 301. Anything else? Alright, well, now we're to the pre-engine start. Just closing up all the doors and stuff, so AC pump comes on. Not turning the beacon on. Actually, wait, I'm missing stuff, aren't I? Yeah, I'm missing stuff. Oh, wait, there we go, I see it. Stairs, the cargo doors. Refueling complete. Packs. I'm gonna leave the ground power and chocks on. Just because we're not fully ready to start. Wait until after the briefing, go start. Or else I'm gonna be sitting out there on a taxiway for a bit. Oh, there's another guy right there. Doing their thing. Actually, wait, I forgot galley switch. That's a somewhat important thing. At least to some pilots. I'll make sure those are on. And the rest of that's fine, just because things aren't starting to flight recorder off. Honestly, I don't really know how to turn it on. Oh, there goes all the noise again. Yeah, I honestly don't remember where the recorder is. Altimeter, that's probably a good idea. We'll just hit B203. That was in the WX command. And we're set up, ready to go. All the noise. There's a check. That within range. Well, door's not even closed. Honestly, I don't know how to close it.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back here.
What's up, what's up? Hey, who's briefing today?
That's me. Maybe
Nice!
Squeaky
Well, at
mic.
least we don't look at any reroutes.
What, because I'm not there on ATC?
That's right.
Hey, if you file the flight plans on the website, you might.
Good point.
Because Detroit's in North Flow, last I checked.
Steven, make sure you do the briefing on deafening.
Look at the ATIS for Detroit here on VATSIM. We've got, yeah, they're doing North as well. A little disappointed we ain't got no ATC here in Minneapolis. Alright, we're going up top here for the briefing. Well, in a second, maybe. Alright, who's excited for the flight today?
Woohoo!
Alright, well, if you can watch the screen here, we can go over the briefing, which, I'm gonna be honest, I know, like, nothing about what to say with the admin stuff. You know, Serge, you can yell at me for that later. But then again, I'm not a normal person for briefing, so we'll just go over some of the basics and the weather and get out of here. Alright, so today we're doing Minneapolis to Detroit, and if you're flying the route on the website, the Rocket City 2 arrival is for when Detroit is landing south, so you'll want to fly the Kisser 2 arrival. Detroit's currently landing the 4s and the 3s. I kind of looked that up and I'm like, huh, okay, I might need to change that in my plan. So if you were to plot this out, now this is what our route looks like, going out on the Colt 7 arrival to the Dells VOR, Portsel, and then Kiss 2 arrival, or the other arrival if you really want to do that. That is technically an option, they'll just probably affect you around a little more. Out of Minneapolis, the winds keep changing a little bit, so 3-0 left is probably our best option, but 1-7, I know they do like to use 1-7 out of Minneapolis if you're going like a south or eastward direction. So really, whichever runway you want to go for, we just gotta communicate for that on departure. Because they are using 3-0 left, right, and 1-7. Just if we're all going to different runways, that's just gotta communicate it. Over in Detroit, they are landing north. Winds are definitely preferring the 4s. And even in the rural datas, they're landing 3, or actually that's departing. They're landing 3 right and 4 left. And in terms of upper level winds, we'll get a pretty good tailwind here in the mid-cruise altitudes and the upper cruise altitudes. You might get a little bit of a crosswind, tailwind kind of thing, just depending on what altitude you're actually cruising at. In terms of all the weather, not much going on. There's a little bit of weather over in the Detroit area, but that's mostly just clouds as we come out of the flight levels. In terms of air traffic control, we have nothing here in Minneapolis, nothing in Chicago. You know, disappointing, but it happens, especially with the events that have gone around recently. They're probably all tired. We may have some air traffic control in Cleveland, but we will see. Although they did just sign on, so maybe they'll be there when we get there. Any questions? Oh, alright, well, get to your push and let's get departing.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, here we go.
Have a good flight, guys.
Yeah, I realized I forgot to
Thank you very much.
really go over the departures, but whatever. Fine. Alright, well, let's get to doing the thing. Actually, let me make sure I am on the right frequency. Oh yeah, the Minneapolis CTAF is 126.7. Alright, so I'm on 126.7. And we are...
Minneapolis traffic, pilot club 178, citation 700. Taxi to
Citation
runway
700.
30 left via Whiskey 5, Whiskey, Minneapolis.
Alright, if I look around here, anyone, am I going to bother if I push? There's a Delta. Alright. Actually, let me look back here. So, there is a line there, there's a line there. So this is Bravo, this is Alpha. We'll push back on to Bravo, facing this direction. And then I don't think it should be really in the way of anyone. Let's see how it goes. And also, I gotta think, I have one of the slower aircraft. So I almost want to wait for everyone else to get out of here. I'd pull up some FATSIM radar here. Hit the good old refresh button. Yeah, I got some approaches online there. Oh god, 737 right there. 78 doing his thing, taxiing out. $15.71 doing his thing. Yeah, so I'll push on to Bravo and I'll let them know, hey, you should taxi on Alpha so you can get past me. We'll make that the plan. Because it takes me a minute to start all these engines. Top. I did go install the freeware version of pushback toolbar here, and that seems to be working, because the other one, it just kept infinitely loading, so that's kind of some BS there. Put her about there, hit enter. Request.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Beacon light will come on. Although now it's just gotta do the thing. Let me get my parking brake off. But I released the parking brake. It didn't say that in the UI there. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he is inside my plane. Oh no.
Sir, the bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches
Minneapolis
closed.
traffic, left up 737, taxiing runway 30 left, holding for Alpha 1 via
The parking brakes are
Bravo
set.
Alpha.
They weren't.
Minneapolis traffic.
Can we get the wheel lift?
We are cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Actually, is he taxiing out? I don't tell.
Please release parking brake.
That'll be fine. I released the parking brake.
Please release parking brake.
Okay, maybe it's not working. Oh, maybe.
Please
Did I do it?
release parking brake. Please release parking brake.
Well, that sucks. Doesn't
Please
work.
release parking brake.
Of course there's more issues. I mean, is
Indianapolis
it
traffic, Pilot
a
Club 1
pump
departing
thing?
runway 30 left, turning right crosswind, leaving the pattern to the east, Indianapolis.
Okay. Oh, wait,
Please
what?
release parking brake.
Yeah, my hydraulics there are not doing the right thing.
Please release parking brake.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't release all the way.
Please release parking brake.
You can shit up. I don't know what I'm missing.
Please release parking brake.
Okay, you can shut up. Why is it like that? Oh, wait. Shocks.
Minneapolis traffic up to 1032 heavy. We're going to be pushing back from stand to Golf 13. We'll be
That would be
You will
it.
start in the
facing
sequence.
to the south on Bravo.
Minneapolis traffic, Pilot Club 1571, taxiing runway 30 left via Alpha.
Alright, so now the push. Do I have to manually steer it? Or is it doing the pre-planned thing? I think I have to manually steer it. Which means I'll start the engines in a minute.
Indianapolis traffic, Pilot Club 178 clear 30 left, exiting the pattern to the northeast. Last call, Indianapolis.
Minneapolis traffic, Pilot Club 737, taking runway 30 left for Colt 7 departure, Minneapolis traffic.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1500, pushing Fox 10, straight guys.
Let me hold it. I'm gonna go forward. Just because of that guy.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking
Parking
brake
brake
set.
set.
Just so I'm not getting anywhere
Parking
near
brake
him.
set. Lowering aircraft.
Alright, let's start the
Ground.
engine.
You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
We do have that starting, we're good.
I just want to go back.
Must be warmer. Is it warm? I don't think it was. Yeah, it's that. 11. Oh crap, I'm getting my fuel pumps. That's why. Here's my issue. Alright, let me check the checklist here. Fuel air, packs 1 and 2 off, fuel pumps on, start power, start master. Yes. Got it all.
Minneapolis traffic, pilot club 1571, lining up runway 30 left and waiting.
Number 3.
Hey, Serge, are you flying?
That's the negative, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not flying either.
Minneapolis traffic Delta
He's
1400
not.
taxiing 30 left via Alpha.
There we go. 18 right there. 18 degrees, that's almost always my takeoff flaps. Set it down 1 tick. Number 2.
Minneapolis traffic, Black Club 737, clear of the field to the northeast. We're going to be direct taxi, final call, Minneapolis traffic.
I feel like I'm putting in the fuel late.
Minneapolis traffic, pilot club 1571, taking off runway 30 left.
We're an old plane.
Minneapolis traffic. Pilot Club 196 taxiing 30 left via Bravo, Mini.
Number 4. It's on or off? I just feel like my radio altimeter is always just...
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1032 heavy. We're going to be sitting behind, I believe it's the Pilot Club 341 on Bravo.
Takes a while to start these engines. Alright, we good? Yeah, we good. Head off, off. And then power, pump, pump. You are on. Axel.
Minneapolis traffic, Pilot Club 1571, departing the area to the right.
BTU. I don't really need those, to be honest. Transponder's already on. Port taxi flaps 18. Coming on down.
Unicom traffic, Flight Club 737 out of Minneapolis, Colt 7 departure. Passing through 10,000 for flight level 320.
Parking
Whisper
brake,
340.
no errors. Alright. They all like going around me there. Yes, they are. Minneapolis traffic pack 341, Honda Bravo taxi into runway 30 left Minneapolis. Where's he? I don't know what that guy's waiting for there.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1032 heavy. We're going to be on Bravo taxiway, taxiing to runway 30 left via Bravo down to Alpha 1. We'll be behind the Pilot Club 341.
I wonder what everyone else sees me as, you know, because Bay 146 isn't exactly in most model matching things. Am I missing anything else? Cabin call. Switches did the config check already. Landing lights. No, it's before takeoff. We'll wait.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1400 departing 30 left, IFR to the oil south.
Everyone's just going 30 left there. Scenery really is good for Minneapolis. If y'all want to get a scenery, Minneapolis is one of the good ones. Boston is also a really good one. If you know you only want to spend your money on the best ones, Minneapolis is really good. Hit the parking brakes. We're gonna sit here for a minute. Got this Delta something behind me. I don't know exactly what. It's just hard for me to tell some of the different buildings. It's even harder for me to tell the difference between some of the Airbuses. And still no ATC, disappointingly. Not too surprised at this point. They're just timing the departure there. I'm guessing. Even though the last guy wasn't even with us. This guy I'm pretty sure is. Up and they're going. I didn't hear any call at all. I'm not.
Delta 1400 clear 30 left out.
I didn't hear anything.
Minneapolis traffic, Pilot Club 196 departing 30 left, Minneapolis.
He announced it after he on the runway. Okay. Luckily, there's no one on final that conflicts. I don't think, at least. I didn't really look. I mean, I don't see anyone, at least. Out that way. That may have been a really close to a tail strike. We'll wait a couple minutes for wake turbulence because I think that was a heavy. Oh no, that was by the A320 guy. Yeah, I'm still gonna wait. Someone was short final where? Looks like an Endeavor.
Radio check. 5 by 5.
For which runway? Maybe see him out there. He's still 7 miles out though. Yeah, I'm not gonna go because it takes me a minute to
Yeah, Minneapolis traffic, Pilot Club 186 departing the pattern to the east, Minneapolis.
I've lost track of him now. Hey, wait, we zoom out. There he is. I don't know why it's so stupid. Whether you zoom in or out. Yeah. And there is another gun final. I'll try and squeeze between them, maybe. How far apart are they? Alright, they're 8 miles apart. Yeah, I can squeeze between them. You say a lot of the KISS 2? Yep. Because they're landing north. You read the chart, it says to load the KISS arrival if they're landing north. Alright, so let's get a little bit of last minute checks here. So that's on... Those are not supposed to be on until we're in the air, so we have better takeoff performance. Sometimes I forget that. Power's available, good, because it needs to be. For our pumps.
How far are you guys along?
We all just took off, man.
Well, I'm still on the ground waiting for a guy to land that I'm lining up.
I just heard a big plane really
flight
fast.
controls, TMS, power.
So,
Take
Serge,
off.
how seriously are you going to look into X-Plane when the new update rolls out?
Did that.
I'll take a
stuff.
look at it. I mean, I'm gonna upgrade the PC at the end of the year,
Hey, Minneapolis traffic Falcon 3,
and
41
I'll
runway
have to make a
30
call
left.
then if I'm gonna stick with 2020 or switch. I do like what they did in this beta here with the light and everything. So, but yeah, that's gonna be a decision
Don't you
at the
dare.
time. We'll see where they at the time, and I mean, I like the 2020, but you know, may give it a shot.
Deafen him for a minute while I'm trying to take off. Is he vacated?
Minneapolis traffic Delta
Yeah.
1032, holding short runway Alpha 1, 30 at 30 left, Alpha 1.
And Minneapolis traffic Falcon 341 departing runway 30 left will be a right turn departure, Minneapolis.
Power set, flex achieved. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots.
Minneapolis traffic Delta 1032 heavy, going to be landing up runway 30 left.
So, wasn't there another guy that was on final or something? They disconnected or left or something.
V1. Rotate. V2.
No, we're
Positive
good.
rate to climb. Gear.
You're up. Climb to at least 2,000. Minneapolis traffic back 341 clear runway 30 left, Minneapolis. Oh, that's a whole downtown right there. Full laps coming up. Should have already had them coming up, but whatever.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1032 heavy. Departing runway 30 left out for the Zimbro 7 departure.
Alright, there, autopilot. Come down here, yes I know, flight plan discontinuity. Execute nav. We'll go that way if I'm not already that direction. Might have aimed it pretty well. Not really. And I don't think it's actually going direct. Oh yeah, because I tried to hit nav, it didn't do it. That's not good. Dang it, bro. Why did no work? Oh, RNAV. That's probably why. There we go. Just gotta look at different settings. All the switches in a big plane. Alright, those will come on.
I'm gonna go see you guys.
APU air.
See ya.
Stop. Alright, so for the climb, gears up, flaps are up, autopilot's on. APU engineer. Or APU is off. Engineer's on. That's doing its thing. PTU off. PC pump off. Taxi lights. I don't think it really matters. Takeoff lights are off. Fast seatbelts coming off, and we're good. We're good for the rest of the flight, kinda.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1032 heavy. We are cleared of the airfield. We're about 10 miles just to the northwest. This will be our final call.
Got St. Paul right there. I might not have the scenery installed for it right now. But it's fine, didn't need it. Let me pull back the power a little bit. Oh, wait, no, that was too much. I wanted to get to a vertical speed there, so I can increase my climb speed. Nice, climbing at 1,000 feet a minute, but the indicated airspeed just started climbing.
Go.
What is your cruise altitude?
Gonna be a 3.5.
Was I the last pilot
3.0.
club out?
Alright.
Nope, there's still 171.
Slow enough.
Never mind.
I probably could have taken off just right behind 196, especially because I'm a slower aircraft. Oh, I should have. But I decided to wait.
Minneapolis traffic, pilot club 171, departing runway 30 left on Colt 7 departure. Minneapolis traffic.
We'll hold about that indicated airspeed. If I go much faster than that, eventually it's going to exceed the Mach number there, the 0.7. So just get slightly faster climb. Do the thing. Alright, my ground speed right now, we've got 391 versus our about 280, 290 indicated airspeed. We zooming across the ground. Actually, I can use hovercraft to look up a bunch more numbers. Indicator airspeed 285. Ground speed 395. True airspeed 360. So, does that mean I have a 36 knot tailwind? Is the difference between true airspeed and ground speed, or is it indicated airspeed and ground speed? I don't know which. I think it's true airspeed and ground speed. Is what it's supposed to be. Oh. Is there any other, like, speed thing I can do with this? Not really. I've got 4 different ways of measuring altitude. True altitude is above sea level. So, yeah, that's just MSL. Indicated altitude. Altitude above mean sea level as indicated. I assume that's like temperature and pressure dependent. Height AGL, yeah, above the ground. Pressure altitude. Altitude relative to pressure. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean. A lot of measurements that Navigraph can give. Got 29er, 9er, 2. In all 3 places. And we're still climbing max continuous thrust. Right there. Which apparently is about 150, what is that, TGT, I guess. It's gotten it all pretty close within a degree. It gives us about like a 98% in one, which is the engine, I guess the engine's RPM? I'm actually not sure. Our, oh, wait a second. Our oil PSI is pretty high up there. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe bring it back power? But that's in the red there. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to fix that. Besides just lowering thrust, which then lowers the crime rate and stuff. Yeah, there's probably a limit as to how long you could have max continuous thrust go. So what happens if I hit target and I lower it? Of course, I won't be climbing as fast. Really, I could probably keep the APU on too, and that makes me get a little more power out of the engines. Maybe I should start doing that. Although, doesn't the checklist tell you to turn the APU off? Yeah, I don't really see a spot for turning off the APU. Oh, nope, there it is. Take off and climb, you turn it off. I assume, you know, there's probably a door that opens on the back. There's something back there when it is turned on. Or maybe it's the intake that opens up. You don't want that when you're going faster. Got Mach 0.65 currently climbing through level 226. You know, slowly, you know. As long as I can keep 500 feet a minute in the climb, we're good. Totally could have flown the longitude or something and just gotten like one hell of a tailwind. Yeah, because there's Pelican 170. He's got 515 knots. I mean, that's not the craziest ever, but it's still a high amount. Getting a bit more of a turn towards the Dells VOR. I probably could have just gone direct one of the other waypoints and gotten a slight shortcut, but not really. Because they're all kind of just in a straight line. It's not like a zigzag or anything. Oh, and actually looking at the chart here, it looks like part of this is to avoid the... whatever that is, the MOA. The Volk Falls MOA, maybe? The two restricted areas is just to avoid those.
Is Delta 1400 a part of us?
Just not on here.
Miles until we hit the Dells VOR, it looks like. I assume that's via GPS, not radio now. Get close to that Mach 0.7. At that point, I'll hit mine via Mach number. There is a button for that. But of course, it can't hold a Mach number. It can't hold an indicated airspeed in the cruise. You have to kind of manage that on your own. Just kind of suck. Look at that, all the Great Lakes up there. Can I see any of them yet? I mean, of course, there's a lot of lakes up here. I guess we're a little far away. But I think this is the Mississippi we're flying along. Not getting up close to there. We'll hit Mach. Should maybe climb a little faster. I notice the guys that flew this in real life, they're a lot they have to worry about. Management height.
Minneapolis traffic, Convair November 22217 Heavy is 10 miles west to join the downwind, runway 30 left to land full stop Minneapolis.
Let me change my radios up here. .22.8 Com 1 21.5 Com 2. Yeah, I think me lessening the thing there hasn't really helped. So we're just gonna go back to max continuous just because. Although it may not even be able to achieve that at this altitude. Yeah, we'll see if I can even make it up to 310. Because 300 is typically what I do for my max altitude. Climbing at what, like 0.69 I guess? 0.7, somewhere around there actually. Back to Navigraph, we can look this up. If I plug in... Do they have a Mach number? I don't know if you can get Mach number in Navigraph. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's a little more than just figuring out what your speed is to get this stuff. You gotta know different pressures and stuff. I mean, then again, they have some of the other, I guess, more pressure-based altitudes. I don't know. I guess they didn't care enough to make it so you could see it. Kind of crazy. I'm what am I? I'm 110 miles away from Minneapolis and still climbing. To not even a high altitude, to 310. And that is armed. Half the time I forget to arm it. And I shoot right past where I'm supposed to be. Nope, that's... put wrong letter in there. So in Detroit, we're probably landing 4 right, I think it was. I'll have to go re-look up the ATIS. I'm just gonna park wherever they feel like they want to park me, because I have no preference. Let me do just a check here for runways. The tower's not even there. Approach is, though. We've got ILS Zulu, 4 left, 3 right. Oh, okay. So 4 left. Thing is, You've got Zulu and Yankee. I'm not really sure what the difference is. A lot of the time it's missed approach procedures. This one is climb to 11, left turn 4,000 on a VOR radial. Oh, we got 1,000 feet to go. And then ILS Zulu 4 left. I mean, there's that there. Up, here we go. That is still the same missed approach instructions. So yeah, I guess I can take Zulu in this old plane. Got minimums of 200 AGL or 485 MSL. You know, with the local altimeter and all that. So 4 left, we'll go pin that on the map. Barely see it. You can see it a little better now. So turn off all the maps.
We just lost tower.
Yep.
Right.
Alright, so now, cruise. Thrust levers will reduce that once, I mean, I technically already am at cruise speed. So let me come over here, we're gonna put it to 800 and see what that does, or even 800. 820. Target. That seems to me. Oh, there it goes. Now it's captured. I think. It's trying to find it. And I'm already going a bit quicker. But of course, don't want to go too quick. Still speeding up. Now we're set. I think. Kind of. No, but still speeding up. No, but gotta go even lower. Go like 40. Use the speed brake to slow it down. My speed brake not even working? Hell. Or maybe you can't use it at that fast of a speed? I guess. why I can't. Yeah, I got no idea. I'm still getting quicker. Oh, 117 miles to the next waypoint. Alright. To Portsol. Right in the middle of Lake Michigan. I'm just gonna keep pulling back power until I'm not about to overheat. Oh, now the air brake works. Weird why it wouldn't work earlier. Center the heading bug. We're staying solid at 457. At ground speed, but I do want to be just slightly lower than that. Go 650. Check for ATC, there's nothing. There's Milwaukee approach, but that's not what we're looking for. We're overflying their airspace. Alakazam, huh? I don't think he's here today to even do the Alakazam thing. I guess I could go plug in the frequencies for our approach. They were saying the LS Zulu 4 left. Actually, I need to re-plug in some stuff on here. Not going 3 right. Or 4 left. That's what the arrival chart says to plan. 4 left transition. We've got 11195. Actually, that's already plugged in there. Put it in both sides. 11195. Approach course of 36. And if they assign me a different approach, that's fine. The approach courses will be, if not the same, very similar. Probably off by a degree or two, if anything. Our minimum altitude, 200 AGL, which I think is still bugged down here, as it has been. Just make sure the number over there on the right changed. That's both of those set. Good to have redundancy, you know. And then that's about it. That's kind of funny. This says flight level 309, but technically it's 310. It just hasn't flipped over yet because we're like what, 5 feet off. That's one thing I don't like about this. That it won't flip over to 310. Even this. I'd probably have to, up the altimeter a tiny bit for it to show 310. The same here. Yep. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna put 2993 in both of these, just so it'll show 310 and I can read it correctly and not give agency the wrong thing. Well, until I start descending, then I'll switch it. .178 is Brad. Hey Brad, did you get an auto ATC message to descend at all? He probably didn't hear me because he's listening to Cleveland. Let's monitor Cleveland. 11987. Yeah, you weren't even here, yeah. You just rented a tux, nice. Even though I'm still a little ways outside their airspace, you know, we can monitor them. There's nothing else going on. I'm still monitoring 22.8, like VATSIM technically says to do. Nice jacket for $15, dang. Nice clearance section for the win.
Delta 286, 5 minutes is approval contact.
Cleveland Center, good evening, Pilot Club 737.
Delta 231, radar contact, the altitude.
737 didn't even see his altitude.
6,100. Delta 231, roger, common maintain flight level 300. Common maintain 300, Pilot Club 737, Cleveland Center, ready to contact 18 miles south. Pressure 5225. Descend via the KISS to arrival, runway tree, pressure runway 4 left. The metro altimeter 3003, more than 1 hour old.
More than 1 hour old, that's not good. Probably just hasn't updated yet on CRC side.
Delta 6274, Cleveland Center. Pilot Club 737, Cleveland.
737, they're calling you.
Hey, firm, can you relay that I'm not able to?
Radar contact, altitude.
That you're not able to respond right now?
Delta 1363. Sorry, Delta
just
1363, clear direct 80, common maintain flight level 340.
Got it.
Jazz 781, contact Toronto, approach now, 132.8 p.m. 5 Club 737, descend and maintain flight level 330 immediately, then descend via the KISS to arrival, runway 3 left, correction, runway 4 left, the metro altimeter 3003.
Maybe that will descend via the KISS arrival and descend to flight level 330. Sorry for that, we had a bit of a issue with our ex-pilot.
Delta
Delta 1228 ready to go, runway 3 left.
Alright, so when I need to start descending, let's see here. So Tinder at 230,
left on Papa Tree, continue
we're at
Foxtrot uniform to the ramp this frequency.
31.
Crossing 3 left at Papa 3, continue to the ramp Foxtrot uniform, staying here at 1748.
Need to descend 8,000 feet.
2372, Cleveland Center, condo maintain flight level 340. Flight level 340, thank you, that is 2372. Delta 1228, runway 3 left, line up away, traffic cross down.
3 left line up away, Delta 1228.
Attention all aircraft, up away is Lima current, the altimeter 2997, Metro
So
Venus
that's,
Tango current, the altimeter 3005.
24 miles before Tinder I need to descend.
Cleveland Center, Delta
Probably a little more than that.
Muskegon, BOR 350.
Delta 1400 Cleveland Center to contact 10 miles north of the Muskegon BOR. Welcome. Descend via the KISS 2 arrival. Runway, correction, runway 4 left, the altimeter 3005.
Descend via the
About
KISS 2.
2,200 feet per minute of descent.
Delta 1400.
Pilot Club 737, squawk 5225.
5225, Flight Club 737.
Delta 1400, actually descend and maintain flight level 330 for traffic, then descend via the KISS 2 arrival.
Then 330, Delta 1400, then descend via KISS 2.
Guy behind me is catching up. It is 50 knots faster than
Cleveland
me.
Center, Pilot Club 196 with you, level 390.
Just is how it is.
Pilot Club 196, Cleveland Center, radar contact, and correction 15 miles northwest of the Muskegon BOR. Welcome.
There's the
Delta 1400 on the descent, maintain 270.
Milwaukee Airport.
280 knots or greater for traffic.
Actually, I'm gonna switch to 20 for a minute. Right there, yeah, Milwaukee Airport right there. Chicago's somewhere down that way. And now over open water. I have 4 engines. If one fails, if 2 fail even, I'm fine. Not like taking a Skyhawk over the water, which I feel like would be kind of dangerous. You'd probably want to climb up to like your max altitude first. Ooh, there's a restricted area that we're clipping the corner of here. If it was active, I guess ATC would vector you around. But it's not active. On VATSIM at least. Alright, so if I need 24 miles prior to Tinder. Got 18 miles between Tinder and Bucky. That's 6. I'd probably go for 10 miles prior to Bucky descend. Because it takes time for you to, press the button, set up the plane to descend and all that. Dial in the right feet per minute in the descent. Oh, turbulence. Watch, but the autopilot might kick off. Watch it. Like hitting someone's wake or something. Or just a pocket of bad air. Yeah, that was a ride right there. I wonder where Jake is. We're flying into his home airport here. Or at least his home international airport. I think after the stream, I'm gonna go upstairs and take a nap. Normally I take a nap right here on the futon that's next to the little setup here. But because of all the noise in the basement over the last few days, and the fam trying to fix the water issues in the basement, hard to even take a nap down here. I also really wish I could change the decal right there. Remember, 165 Alpha Whiskey, that ain't my flight, or that ain't my registration. Alright, can I change it in here at all? No. That'd be cool, but it's not. Ooh, retards. 007 currently. Where is that currently? That is a couple hours off. I guess that was just when the briefing was generated here. Alright, reload? Will it give me new ones? No. 1753 Zulu. It's currently 2006. Yeah, this could have all changed by the time I get there. Temperature is apparently 7 degrees. I'm gonna go plug that in over here. That'll be close to what it actually should be. And now we're halfway across. About to head over into Michigan. Probably passed through, yep, right there. Passed from Central Time to Eastern Time. Right, the state lines, I guess. And my speed has now gotten way slower. Okay, let's raise that a bit. You know, it's kind of a good thing I'm going lower. I mean, I get slightly more of a tailwind, I think, being lower right now. But pilot car 171 behind me, he's at level 370. I'm at 310. A 6,000 foot difference. That means he needs 0.06 Mach faster than me to have the same speed. Normally I'd be at around 7.0, but we need to work on speeding that up here. Which I am working on that. So he could be at Mach 7.6 and be the same grounds, well, assuming the same winds. Really doubt we have the same winds. At all. Alright, what VOR am I going to go check in with here? We've got Flint. There is... what even is this one? Saginaw up there. Victory right there. Almost reminds me of a comedy skit. Oh, what's his name? Gabriel Iglesias did. I don't even remember what the skit was really about, but at the end of it, he's like, victory! Just reminded me of it. If I plug this in, 11595, actually that's probably still a little bit outside the airspace. Yeah, I'm gonna use it anyways. 11595. should have DME, I think. I also don't know how powerful it is. It's a high, so I should get it within 50 miles. I'm right on the border of that. Okay. And flight sim, it's usually, at least I think it's 50 miles. I could be wrong. I think it depends on your altitude. Or my plane is still slowing down. Back to the tack chart. Yeah, I'm still not getting a distance readout there. So, I'll plug it on the other side. Is it 1595? Let me just check the frequency, yeah. Not getting a distance on that either. Okay. It's in both radios. We'll see if it picks it up. Go monitor Cleveland again, too.
Cub 178. Contact Detroit approach now, 126.22 here.
2622, Pilot Club 178.
Oh, hell yeah, we got an approach
Pilot
control.
Club 737, contact Detroit approach 126.22 here.
126.22, Pilot Club 737.
Yeah, I should plug in the ATIS frequency and stand by.
Delta 1400, contact Detroit approach 126.22 with your speed here.
13367.
With our speed, 126.22, Delta 1400.
That's probably a contact me. Nope. Don't really have a distance. Any other closer VOR? This doesn't really matter. Or even if I come over here, do radio nav instead.
Cleveland Center, Squawk Charlie.
Still nothing. Okay. Use the iPad. Nope, didn't want that. Nope.
Delta 775 Cleveland Center, expect PDT. Delta 286, contact New York Center 125.32 here.
125.32, Delta 262.
Cross tender at or below 502.
American 1876, cross bypal at and maintain 16,000, the Buffalo area altimeter 2997.
I'm still a little ways outside of that. Cleveland Center, Pilot Club, Tree 41. About 30 miles northwest of Victory, flight level 310.
Pilot Club 341, Cleveland Center, ready to contact as reported, descend via the KISS 2 arrival, runway 4 left, the metro altimeter 3005.
KISS 2 4 left, about 341.
American 1876,
There's our
cross
descent view.
bypal at and maintain 16,000, the Buffalo area
What's funny is I got an auto
2997.
ATC message. Chicago Center advises cross tender at or below flight level 2 tree 0.
Cleveland Center, Flight Jet 11, Whiskey Fox, Saginaw, ready.
I mean, I'm still a little ways out. They're probably used to aircraft being higher.
Foxtrot, Roger, runway 2 tree, taxi your discretion, cross runway tree 2, report ready for approach.
Roger, Warpo.
I've got about 10 miles before I descend.
5. Excuse me, 11 Whiskey Fox.
Thanks, Pilot Club 196, contact Detroit approach 126.22 with your speeds, yep.
2622 with our speed, Pilot Club 196.
2622, I'm gonna plug that to standby.
United 1440, contact New York 125.32, yep.
25,
Delta 1363, leaving my airspace, Indy Center is offline, radar service terminated, frequency changes approved, yep.
Hey, center's offline. No.
For those for making reckoning.
That's for Delta 1363. American 1876, just want to verify crossing my pal and maintain 16 south.
American 1876, we'll cross my pal 16,000.
Thank you.
Equipment Center, hello, Skywest 4540, flight level 370, about to start descent.
Skywest 4540, Cleveland Center, ready to contact 20 miles northeast of the Appleton VOR. Descend via the Kraken 2 arrival, runway tree right, the metro altimeter 3005.
Appleton, I know where that is.
Arrival 3 right 3005, Skywest 4540, thank you.
Alright, vertical speed right there. Do a bit of an update to the math. Yeah, I need to descend a little faster. There we go. A little bit faster.
Delta 6569, got you now. Runway 28 right, taxi via Bravo, the altimeter 2997.
And our ATIS.
Roger, taxi of flight. Retake all runway hold short instructions. Operate transponder on mode Charlie on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
Tango.
Detroit Wayne County Airport ATIP information Tango 1953 Zulu Special. Web 320 at 3.
Visibility 10. Contact 13
Use
miles
clouds at
east of the
6,000.
VOR.
Ceiling 18,000 overcast. Temperature 7.
Squawk
2.9 stage.
Pilot Club 17.
Altimeter 3005.
Send via the KISS 2 arrival.
Simultaneous
Runway 3,
visual
correction runway
approach
4
at
left,
runway
metro
3
altimeter
right.
3005.
Runway 4 left. Use V localizer frequency 111.95
Sorry,
and
via
use.
KISS 2 arrival at
Runway 3 left. Runway 4
runway
right.
4 left, the altimeter
Runway 4 right. Departure point is 12.
Runway 4 left, altimeter 3005, pilot
450 feet. Full length available upon request. Notices to air mission VFR aircraft state direction of flight.
27 miles south.
Retake all runway hold short instructions. Operate transponder on mode Charlie on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
That's Tango. A lot of stuff in there.
Delta 2164, contact Detroit approach 126.220.
Metro 6225, Delta 164, bye-bye.
Oh, shit.
American 9er uniform correction cross Phillipsburg. That's Papa Sierra Bravo at and maintain flight level 250. Delta 73, leaving my airspace. Toronto Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency
Absolutely perfect. The math did me good.
American 9 uniform, Cleveland Center.
I am just about to cross Tinder, and I'm at 230. Oh, 280 knots. I'm a little fast. I'll slow her down a bit.
Frontier flight 688, descend to maintain flight level 330.
Send flight level 330, Frontier flight 688.
Flexjet 11, Whiskey Foxtrot, runway 23 second, ready for departure.
Foxtrot 1 Whiskey Foxtrot, departure flight runway heading, runway 23 clear for takeoff.
Now we're down to 190.
Clear for takeoff, and the mission allow me 3,000.
Thanks. Correction, Southwest 6569, you're going to be ready to go?
We're almost ready here.
Roger.
Southwest 6569,
holding short to his right.
Delta 6569 on departure, fly heading 180, the wind's 3408 at 8 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Roger on departure 180, clear for takeoff 28 right, 6569.
Alright, we're down at 190, that's our restriction here. I kind of just have to ride all the bottom altitudes.
Delta 1253, flight level 370.
I could
ready to
do like the middle altitudes maybe. Yeah, I actually could. Let's
Delta
aim
1253
for...
Cleveland Center, ready to contact 20 miles west of the Zanesville VOR, sorry. Descend via the Kraken 2 arrival, runway 3 right to the altimeter 3005.
For the next restriction.
Descend via the Kraken 2 arrival, Delta 1253.
3005, my
Cleveland Center, American 2794, flight level 370.
No, I'm not through the transition yet. I'm
American
slowing down.
2794
Okay.
Cleveland Center, ready to contact 15 miles west, correction, east of the Mansfield VOR, welcome.
Need to be 280 knots.
Delta 1228, you're leaving my airspace. Indy Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes approved. See ya.
Yep. Indy Center is offline. The main guy that does it is here. I'm holding 100 feet high. That is
Delta
technically legal.
1228, Cleveland. Delta 1228, go ahead. Indy Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes approved.
Over to 5 there, see ya, Delta 1228.
American Niner uniform, Cleveland Center, you up?
Go ahead to American 9 uniform.
American Niner uniform, cross the Phillipsburg VOR. That's Papa Sierra Bravo at and maintain flight level 250.
Why am I climbing?
How can I please reach American 9 uniform? Slower.
Cross the Phillipsburg VOR. That's Papa Sierra Bravo at and maintain flight level 250.
Cross Papa Sierra Bravo at 250, American 9 uniform. So we are west to descend, right?
Yep, descend whenever you want. Just be at flight level 250 by Phillipsburg.
Affirm American 9 uniform.
And 11 Whiskey Foxtrot 5 miles southwest.
Now I can go down to 180. Well, technically 16,000.
Foxtrot
Yeah, I'm
11
just
Whiskey
going to the
Foxtrot,
bottom.
contact us reported direct berries, common maintain flight level 310.
Roger, directed Barry from leaving 3000 for flight level 310. 11 Whiskey Foxtrot.
Flight 688, cross Bucko and maintain flight level 310.
Vertical speed so I can speed up to 280 knots again because it keeps slowing down.
Delta 6569, ready to contact, say altitude.
Roger, passing 5,000.
Delta 6569, good direct Clarksburg now, kindly maintain flight level 380.
Direct Clarksburg, flight level 380, Southwest 569.
American 1876, contact Toronto Center 125.77.
125.77, American 1876.
I'm technically not past 180 yet. Still putting that in there.
Center, good afternoon.
See ya.
Level.
See ya.
Delta 1546, Cleveland Center, hello, maintain flight level 340.
Maintain 340.
American 5522, cross the Phillipsburg VOR and maintain flight level 250.
Fast seatbelts. All the radios should.
Pilot Club 341, contact Detroit approach 126.22, see ya.
622, Pilot Club 341.
Cleveland Center.
Detroit approach, Pilot Club 341, 17,100, descending via the KISS 2, information tango.
341, the structural information, thanks for Tango. Expect the visual all runway 4 left.
Visual 4 left, Falcon 341. Good, because I'd rather want the visual. Down to 160. Next restriction is 12. And then 10, and then 8. Is it really going to stop 100 feet high again? I don't get what. Oh, it's not. There we go. Now it's at altitude hold, but we're still 80 feet high, which is fine.
Low 70,800 and descending information Tango on
In this case, it's better than being low.
4514 D, approach length for Tango. Expect the visual on the 3 right.
Expected visual runway 3 right, Scott 4540.
.171 is not far behind me, but still far enough where it's not an issue.
For 737, welcome to Metro, where are you parking?
Stand by, we'll try figuring that out.
Okay. Pilot Club 196, turn left heading 140, vector final.
Left to 140, Pilot Club 196.
Persian sounds, they're probably British. But they could be something else. That's just my brain not knowing all the accents, you know? Alright, so approach and landing. Got the landing lights on, fast seatbelt sign. Not on approach yet, but once we get close there, we hit the cabin call. And there are flaps and speeds and stuff.
737 is able, we want gate up and echo.
Okay, taxi Alpha, Victor, and Kilo to the ramp, cross runway 4 right.
Alpha, Victor, Kilo to the ramp, cross 4 right. Right Club 737.
Now we descend. I actually learned there's some slant dive adventures. You can't really have the engine below
Detroit approach, Pilot Club
60% power
sending via KISS.
without the APU, because then you can't power all the electronics or something.
Stand by,
so
Pilot
Pilot
Club 196, turn left heading 070.
Left to 070, Pilot Club 196.
Luckily, it's with the speed
Pilot
brakes.
Club 196, the field will be to your 10, 11 o'clock, 11 miles, 40 right.
Although
I
I'm
got the
good
field
right
flight,
now.
Pilot Club 196.
Pilot Club 196, tax cleared, visual approach runway 4 left.
Clear for the visual, 4 left, Pilot Club 196.
Pilot Club 171D, short approach low information, Tango, expect visual 4 left.
Tango expects visual 4 left, Pilot Club 171.
Alright, we're good there. APU air.
Delta 2164, turn right heading
good.
300, vector to approach, keep and maintain 6000.
Heading 300, 6000, low open 64.
Yeah, I gotta keep looking at my different restrictions and stuff on the upper screen.
Delta 1400, welcome to Metro, make a right here on Alpha, left Victor, hold short 4 right.
Right, Alpha, left Victor, we'll short 4 right, Delta 1400.
Pilot Club 196,
It changes colors every time I zoom. I don't like that.
Clear to land, 4 left, Pilot Club 196.
Alright, now I need 250 knots. Just hit vertical speed and bring her back. Down to 10. And there's 250, indicated airspeed.
On Detroit approach, Pilot Club 737, confirm I'm clear cross runway 4 right at Victor.
800.
Frozen. No. It'll fix itself in a second. And you know what? Before we land, Twitch wants to run an ad, so we'll do it now instead of during the landing. So some of you guys will see in 3 minutes.
And Delta 1400, continue taxi Victor and right Kilo to the ramp. Cross runway 4 right on Victor, cross runway 9 left on Kilo.
Victor, Kilo to the ramp, 4 left and 9 left.
Delta 2164, descend and maintain 4,000.
Yellow.
Descend maintain 4,000 Delta.
Go ahead and hit the cap call.
Scotwest 4540, turn right heading 310 vectors final, descend and maintain 4,000.
Right, 310 down to 4,000, and we do have the field in sight for Skywest 4540.
Okay, I'll get you around a little bit and then I'll tell you, but thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, no worries, 4540.
Hit 10,000 feet, 250 knots. We need to slow to 210, down to 8,000.
And apologies, Delta 1500, what did you want to cross solar? 9 knots?
You cross 9 left on Kilo, so you make a right here on Kilo and then you can take that to the ramp.
Alright, cross 9 left at Kilo, Delta 1500. Thank you.
Now we're mostly below the clouds. I guess the clouds were a little lower than reported.
2164, the field is to your 2 o'clock, about 15 miles from Northern Time.
Field inside Delta 2164.
Delta 2164, thanks, clear for the visual approach to 3 right.
Clear visual approach 3 right, Delta 2164.
Southwest 4540, traffic's your 1 o'clock, 7 miles, supporting time.
We're looking for the traffic for Skywest 4540.
Down to 8. But I also need to slow down to 210, so I'm probably going to hit this at vertical speed. Or a vertical speed, I guess. Look at that. My throttle's not all the way down.
4540, we have the traffic in sight.
Southwest 4540, thanks, follow that traffic on final, clear visual approach runway 3 right.
Vertical speed.
Follow that traffic, clear visual approach runway 3
down.
right, Skywest 4540.
And it'll slow down. It should slow down at least. I mean, I'm going down a little faster
And
than I
Delta
really
2164, if you can, speed 170 until 5.
And I think that's the field.
Speed 1.0 to 5 Delta.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Actually, look outside for a second.
Welcome 196, welcome to Metro Way parking.
Anywhere with the company's fine, Pilot 186.
Anywhere with the company.
Okay, I'll send you to North Terminal for your ones, and exactly Alpha Victor and left on Kilo to the ramp cross runway 4 right on Victor.
Okay, Alpha Victor Kilo, cross 4 right, Pilot 186.
Look at Fat Spot to see where everyone is.
Pilot Club 341, descend to maintain 6,000.
Maintain 6,000 by like a pretty 41.
West 4540, reduce speed 170, maintain speed 170 till 5 miles final.
Reduce speed 170 till 5 DME, Skywest 4540.
Thank you.
Over there, we'll switch that. It is picking up the localizer already.
Delta 2164, winds 3103, runway 3 right, this man.
Fly 218.
Pilot Club 171, reduce speed 210.
210, Pilot Club 171.
Still got the field. There's other traffic on final. I think I see the other guy. Alpha Golf Charlie, how you doing?
Detroit approach Delta 1253, 12,000, correction to arrival.
Delta 1253, Detroit approach full information, Tango, fix visual 3 right.
Visual 3 right, Delta 1253.
Skywest 4540, wind 3103, runway 3 right, clear to land.
3 right, clear to land, number 2, Skywest 4540.
Approach Pelican 3 flutter. We have the field and the other two on final in sight. Can we get a short approach?
I'd prefer to get you on an intercept just in case.
Everything's in sight.
4,000, turn left heading 170.
Maintain 4,000 left 170, Pelican 341.
Detroit approach, good afternoon, Canadian Express 001, descending through flight level 190 on the Kraken 2.
This dude does not know anything about quick approaches.
Visual
Come
3
on.
right.
3 right, Canadian Express 001, thanks.
And bro, field is still in sight. I see one aircraft. I lost the second one actually.
Well, 341, turn left heading 120, to maintain 3,000.
Left 120, 3,000, Pelican 341.
And you still have the field?
Hey, firm.
Open deck's cleared, visual approach runway 4, left speed 170 till 5 if you can.
Good visual approach runway 4, left 170 until 5, Pelican 341. We'll try. Should be able to do it easily though. Another notch of flaps. Run headings, that should have been switched already. And we record the visuals, so that means I get to turn.
Well, Club 171, descend maintain 4,000.
Descend maintain 4,000, pilot Club 171.
Here's the thing about visual approaches. You know, puts everything on the responsibility on the pilot. Gear down. Takes responsibility off of me as the controller, or this guy as the controller. And visuals is fun. Yeah, pretty good there. Yep. All right, we'll go to hand flag.
Well, Club 171, turn left heading 140, descend maintain 3,000.
Oh, and I'm
Turn
slowing
left
down too
140,
much.
descend maintain 3,000, pilot
Actually,
Club
let me bring that back up.
Delta 2164, welcome to Metro, make a left here on Whiskey, then taxi Whiskey, Tango, Quebec to the ramp.
Or am I at 5? I'm close to 5.
That's all Whiskey, Tango, Quebec, Delta 2164.
Yeah, I guess sometimes, John Vatson, you do have to assume certain pilots don't know how to do a visual that well. Alright, I'm definitely faster than 170.
341, wind 3103, runway 4 left heading land.
4 left, good land, Pelican 341. This is part of the reason why I wanted a shorter approach, because then I have to keep my flaps up when I'm going in on this final, because it wants me faster. Alright, now we're within 5 easily. Slower down.
Oh, Club 171, continue left turn, heading 090.
There we go, flaps.
Fix line, folks.
Continue left 090, pilot Club 171.
And the field will be at your 10, 11 o'clock, about 1 mile support when you have the field in sight.
Field in sight, pilot Club 171.
Pilot Club 171, thanks, clear for the visual runway 4 left approach.
Cleared visual 4 left approach, pilot Club 171.
Now the did the cabin call 10 minutes ago.
Delta 1253,
Now it's secure?
turn right heading 310, vector 0 approach, cease to maintain 4,000.
Descend maintain 4,000.
The flight attendant shouldn't even be standing.
Right heading 310, Delta 12.
Just the last little portion of the flight here.
At Scouts 4540, we're exiting the runway Whiskey 4, going to Charlie 11.
Roger that. Taxi Whiskey, Papa 3, Foxtrot, Uniform, Kilo, cross runway 3 left.
Roger, Whiskey 3, Papa 3, Foxtrot, Uniform, Kilo, cross runway 3 left for Skywest 4540. Thanks so much.
Plus 100. Minimums.
We're continuing. I know I'm below, I'm all red right now, but...
Light slow.
Yes, I know. I am aware.
40. 30.
On a visual.
20. 10.
And floating it too. Ah, come on, it froze. Give it a second.
Got 4540.
20 seconds.
Back instead of Kilo, Charlie 11 is on the east side.
Yep, it was 50-50 on which one it is. Yeah, that's fine.
You're good. Sorry, it's 4540. Thanks.
Like very slowly pulling back there it is. My speed brake, so as soon as it unfreezes, I'm good. And I bounced because of that, of course. Of course.
Brake pressure C.
Making Alpha 4.
knots.
And of course, there's lights where there shouldn't be right there. Middle of the taxiway. Even with the scenery. I guess no...
1253, turn right heading 340.
No developer's perfect.
Turn right heading 340, Delta 1253.
Especially for the freeware stuff. Alright.
Club 341, welcome to Metro, where are you parking?
Really anywhere, Pelican 341.
Okay, I'll give you north down since that's what everyone took. Taxi Alpha, Victor, and Kilo, left on Kilo to the ramp, cross runway 4 out on Victor.
Alpha Victor left Kilo, Pelican 341. Now we're good. Oh shoot, technically some of my pumps should have been on, I forgot about that.
Delta 1253, the fuel to your 1 o'clock in about 15 miles.
Actually,
right?
PT is not. Alright, landing lights, strobes off.
Delta 1253, that's clear for the visual, runway 3 right approach.
Runway 3 right approach, Delta 1253.
This power's off, transponder, we're gonna keep that on.
171. I don't think I got clearance to land 4 left.
Okay, you're clear to land 4 left, I highlighted you, sorry if I didn't.
Clear to land 4 left, Father Club 171.
And right here. Some other stuff I can turn off while I'm taxiing. Don't need any of those.
Canadian Express 001, turn right heading 320, next final, just going to maintain 4,000.
320 down to 4, Canadian Express 001.
Come off. That comes off. Don't need it. And we are crossing. Lights on for the crossing. Actually, technically, I can turn off the outer two.
1253-13-103, runway 3 right, clear to land.
3 right, clear to land, Delta 1253.
Don't need those, really. We're turning up. Wait, nope, next taxiway. Wrong one. I almost went down the road.
171, welcome to Metro, stay parking.
I think wherever you're sending, I'll pilot.
Go, taxi Alpha, Victor, and left kilo to the ramp, cross runway 4 right.
Alpha Victor, left kilo, cross 4 right, pilot club 171.
Betcha that's like the fire station or something right there. Or no, that's probably for de-ice. It's next to the de-ice pads. They have a mini tower. Those are good. Another de-ice trucks right there. Pretty cool.
Scott is 4540. Just be advised, we're holding position here. We don't have a marshaller as of yet, so we're waiting for him. It'll probably be like 60 seconds.
Okay, ramp's uncontrolled, so that's fine.
Doesn't have a marshaller, huh?
Detroit approach Delta 664 descending through 14.3, and we have information tango.
Delta 664, Detroit approach, thanks for tango, expect visual on my 3 right.
You expect visual 3 right, Delta 664.
Alright, let's see here. Ice detection can come off. The engine hydraulic pumps can come off. And we'll park Delta 4. Why not? Turn the lights off or else High is going to come over here and get mad, blinding the ramp workers. But of course keep the beacon and nav lights on. Until the engines are off.
Express 001, the field is to the block, about 14 miles from the side.
Canadian Express 001, we're looking.
There we go. Kill the engines.
Okay, in the meantime, turn right heading 010, decent to maintain 3000.
010 and down to 3, Canadian Express 001.
Auto those off over here in the tablet. Shocks, ground power. Don't open the door. Now, technically, beacon needs to come off. Fasten seatbelts.
Canadian Express 001 has the field.
Canadian Express 001, thanks, clear visual approach runway 3 right.
Cleared visual 3 right, Canadian Express 001.
There we go, all of that. External power's on. AP, now technically I'm supposed to turn it off using the thing up here. Should I turn it off? Yeah. APU air, both of those coming off.
Delta 664, fly heading 310, vectors to final, decent maintain 6000.
Left inner.
310 and down to 6000, Delta 664.
Stairs, the cargo. I need to monitor the other radio. Technically the other radio was turned off. Whoops. Should be good, I think. For the most part. No, not totally, but for the most part. We'll go ahead and turn the battery and stuff off. Of course, that makes me lag. Up top, all of those. Turn off. And should be set. I think. It's always, I think. Protect, but those come off. Just look around, more switches. They almost act like this thing has a thing that grades you on how well you shut down and start the plane. What is it? The Hot Start Challenger, I think, for X-Plane? I think it does that. Because I watched Jude shutting that in one time. He went through the checklist like 3 or 4 times to make sure he got it all set. Like he really wanted to get it right and not get penalized. Alright, yeah, I think that's everything. Boys, we're set. Set for the night. Or the day, or whatever. Alright, am I the last one in the voice chat? Alright, well, I'm off. See you later. No response. Alright. That's fine. Alright guys, well it's been a fun Sunday fun day today. Haven't done Detroit in a while, because usually I'm controlling during Detroit events instead of flying. So I haven't flown here in a while. I mean, it's not really a Detroit event, it's just a normal day. But whatever. Alright, if you've missed a stream or part of a stream, all the VODs can be found over on YouTube we're in the wrong order here. If you haven't already, come on over, check out the Discord. Tomorrow will be Minecraft Monday, the once a week that I'm not doing flight sim related things, just so there's not too much burnout for me doing this every single day. Then Tuesday we're flying into Orlando Stanford, I think it's called. I was about to call it Orlando Executive, that's not it. And then Wednesday, practice more air traffic control. Thursday, we're going to Boston. All the great controllers over that way. Friday, there's an event, I think it's for the Chicago area. So expect to see a lot of people going to and from Chicago. I'll be on Indy Center for that, at least that's what I've signed up for. Now, if you have missed a stream or a part of a stream, all the VODs can be found over on YouTube. It'd be great if you could check those out. And we'll go check out a person to raid. You know what? Wonder what Andrew's up to. Let's see. What's he doing? Got his VAT spy up, doing a caravan flight from somewhere to somewhere. I can't even tell. Oh, his home airport to Lakeland. So you know what? He's probably doing the whole, well, I need to tell him about his camera. That doesn't look so hot. Yeah, but he's probably doing the, oh, what's it called? Sun and Fun, I think? He's probably flying it at the Miami Center. They're hosting an event down there along the lines of Sun and Fun. Thought about flying there. But Sunday fun day, I kind of find is more fun sometimes. Alright, well stick around for the raid for channel points at the follow button here and the follow button on Andrew's stream. And we will see you tomorrow for Minecraft Monday, or Tuesday for some flying, Wednesday for some control, whichever one you're into.